E.N.D here, let's try and play Ugin on turn 2. This time not only play for fun, but this time in ranking. Starting hand, perfect starting hand. Those are the two cards that you need. Thibault's Trickery and Stone Coil Serpent. As you can see from my last video, I swapped Tormund Script with Stone Coil Serpent. Reason being I prefer having a creature instead of an artifact that you don't really use at all. A creature, at least you can cast it and ping some damage. Turn 1 mountain obviously. Now it's going to be turn 2. Turn 2, our turn, put another mountain. Stop. Put Stone Coil Serpent in play. 0 counters. Counter it with Thibault's Trickery and go and fetch Ugin. Let's find Ugin. There's Ugin. We can put Ugin in play on turn 2. Let's see what our opponent, what he or she is going to do. Normally they concede. Let's ping for 3. He didn't concede. Quite courageous from his side or her side. Thinking. Obviously you need to think. Facing Ugin so early in a game is very, very difficult to recover. Very, very difficult. You can, yes, but it's very, very difficult. Especially if you don't have any type of Planeswalker removal spells. Thinking, come on, do something. Another Little Form Blight. Drawing cards, maybe it's going to try to find a particular card. Let's ping another 3 damage. Another mountain in play. Opponent's turn. My Ugin is already at 11 loyalty counters. Calyx Destiny's hand. I don't think that can remove Ugin. Not sure 100%, but I don't think. No, cannot remove Ugin. At least at this end exit. What I was expecting conceded, and that's a victory. Victory number 1. I told you I'm playing this deck in ranking. Another game, another opponent. Starting hand, no, not good. You need Thibault's Trickery and that Serpent. No, you need to mulligan until you have those 2 cards. This is the only drawback of this deck. You need those 2 cards in hand. Otherwise you're not going, and there they are, otherwise you're not going to do anything. It's very difficult if you don't have those 2 cards in hand. Wait for our opponent. Obviously our opponent doesn't know what he's coming in his face. Fervent Champion. Okay, 1 damage. Now let's cast Ugin. Stone Coil Serpent for 0. Counter. It's countered. Obviously I'm going to counter my spell. And there's Ugin. Top deck. Put it into play. Let's remove the Fervent Champion first. Let's kill it. Champion is gone. Let's see if he has some sort of any way of removing Ugin. At this stage it's very difficult. I don't think he has anything that can defeat, and he conceded. As you can see, Ugin hits the battlefield and let's say 80% of the players, they just concede. Let's play another game. Another hopefully more interesting game. Starting hand, perfect. This is the perfect starting hand. Stone Coil Serpent, Thibault's Trickery, perfect starting hand. Keep 7. Mountain in play. Let's wait for our opponent. There they are. Opponent. Keep 6. Mountain in play. Mountain in play. Probably it's a mono red or mono red, or it's a Gruul Adventure. Probably it's a mono red. Yes, it's a mono red. Rimrock Knight. Mono red doesn't have any chance of defeating this deck. Doesn't have anything that can remove Ugin, especially on turn 2. There's no way, no way that this game can be won by our opponent. Ugin hits the battlefield and immediately concede. As you can see, once they see Ugin early at this stage of the game, they just concede. Let's play another game. mulligan. We need to mulligan. 7 mountains. Mulligan. There they are. Stone Cold Serpent, Devil's Trickery, both of them together. That means we're going to cast Ugin on turn 2. Opponent choosing whether to keep 6 or no. Keep. Let's remove a couple of lands. We don't need them. We need only 2 mountains. Mountain 1. And turn. Opponent's turn. Tapped Temple of Melody. And now let's put Ugin in play. Confirm. Counter. And let's fetch Ugin. There it is, Ugin. Resolve. And now let's ping for 3. Didn't concede, which is nice. Obviously, I'm playing in standard. In historic, you can use this deck with Ulamog Ceaseless Hunger. Yes, you can play with Ulamog Devil's Trickery, put Ulamog in play, and he's devastating. That's in historic. I'm playing standard. So standard, the best Planeswalker you can play is Ugin. Let's kill the Cobra. Bye bye Cobra. Cobra is dead. If he's continue playing, it means only one thing. Maybe he has a way of removing Ugin. And that's why I'm going to keep those 2 Devil's Trickery in hand. If he cast, for example, Blast Chief Thirst with Kicker, and he conceded. I thought so. Very difficult to get rid of Ugin on turn 2. So, leave me a comment below. What do you think about this deck? Personally, it's a good deck. It's a good deck to have fun. It's a good deck to win a couple of matches, but I don't think that this deck can do well in the higher tiers like Mythic or Diamond. But if you are Silver, Gold, maybe in Platinum, you can have fun with a deck like this. Subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.